Hey guys, it's Kelly, and yes, I am here again, trying very hard to get as many beauty videos out as I can. Today, I'm going to be getting ready for my son's baccalaureate. We are going to be going tonight to that, and yeah, so I'm going to be doing this look for you. It's a very glowy look. I used a pinky brown eye and a bright lip. I really like it. I have on a white blouse and hot pink pants. Yeah, I think it's very spring, summer appropriate. So I hope that you enjoy this video. And if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, I'm ready to get started. As you can see, I've not been to get my hair done in quite some time. But when I pull it back, it hides the gray a good bit. I'm not really sure if I'm going to leave the back down and just kind of pull up the front. You know what I'm talking about? That sort of thing. It's going to be curled, so yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet, but we're going to start out by just using my little cat ears here to get my, hair out of my face and everything. Let me show you what I'm going to be wearing. Both of these came from a store called Belk. It's along the same lines as Macy's, I guess. The brand is Crown and Ivy. I have just these pink pants here. They've got the they're just a pull-up style. There's no kind of anything around the waist. No elastic. It's just a straight, a flat front pair of pants. And then also from Crown and Ivy, I have this. It is just a really pretty, it's got a lot of this lacy detail and a lot of pin tucking, that sort of thing. It does come down, and it is on the sleeves. You can see through it just a bit. It's a 3/4 sleeve. It's really thin. It's really pretty. I think it's going to look really nice with those pink pants. And I'm going to do my makeup so that it will complement that bright color. I am going to be trying some new things. I have grabbed a ton of different choices for eyeliner because I'm not really sure exactly which color I'm going to need yet. But I do want to go ahead and get started. And one of the things I want to do first is give my face a drink of water with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water that I've been using. I have already used my Clinique Gel Moisturizer. And I use the gel opposed to just the regular lotion because it's water-based. I can't use an oil-based. I would stay broken out terribly if I did. I just, I have to stay away from the oil-based products. But that's very refreshing. It feels really good. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my First Day Beauty Coconut Primer because it is moisturizing, and it really, it makes my skin feel really good. It is, it has a little bit of a color to it. I don't know if you can really see that on camera, but it does have a little bit of a tint to it. Not that it really matters. I mean, I'm gonna use it whether it's got a tint to it or not. I really like it. I love the smell. I like to get under my eyes. I like to get my forehead, under my eyes. My upper lip and my chin seem to be where when I perspire, and here we are perspiring a lot lately. It just seems to really help when I prime those areas really, really well. My face always turns red when I rub it. Can't help that. I have several things handy here. I have my color switch ready. I have my hand mirror ready, and all my brushes. I am going to start with concealing, but I pull this out. This is the L'Oreal Infallible, what do they call it? The color correcting kit. Now I have this spot right here. These are just broken blood vessels, but this is an actual, even though it looks red, it's actually kind of a brown color. It's an age spot. And I mentioned yesterday, or what day was it when I uploaded that? I said something about the, my age spot, and that I really needed to try and cover that a little bit. So I'm going to do that before I do my Urban Decay green, if it'll open. And we're just gonna see. You can see that I have tried this here. I just wasn't that crazy about it. So let me go in with this purple. I'm just going to put a little bit on it just like that to see if that color corrects what, you know, I'm dealing with. I mean, who knows, but it never hurts to try, I suppose. So I'm going to put that over there. Now I'm going to go in with my Beauty Blender and my Urban Decay. You can see, guys, it is all, I mean, I love this stuff so much. I love it, but I'm just going to put it over the worst areas so that I don't look quite so, I look overly heated, and I look like my blood pressure is up almost, that light. I even added another light over on this side to try and prevent that, but it just looks like that I'm gonna have this problem for a while until I figure out what's going on. But I do appreciate your patience. You know, I just don't ever really know for sure when it's gonna just like all of a sudden glare. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna put some of this around that area, and then on my chin area, just because on my chin and going down into my neck is really red. I just have, you know, a lot of red discoloration, and I take my foundation down that far anyway, so it works to hide some of it. I know that my grandma, she was always, she had real rosy cheeks, and I was trying to kind of see if this was gonna, it didn't really cover it. The purple is supposed to brighten dark spots and, you know, like as far as the age spots and that kind of thing. It might have helped a little bit, but I don't think that it's going to be covered by the foundation at all. I mean, because you can clearly see the age spot is still there. Okay, well, let's get started. I'm going to pull out the drawer here. I've got my, oh goodness, actually what I need to do, I need to take a cloth and I need to, let me spray a little bit of Bioderma on, or drop a little Bioderma on my plate here and clean it. And Bioderma is really good. I love it. But every now and then I'll put it on my plate to clean my plate. Because this is what I like to put my, oh yeah, it does a great job. I like to put my foundation on the glass, and really all it is like a candle holder, but it's made of glass, and it's really, really good. I just take this glass, I got it from Target. I mean, it was like $1, something like that. It's just a little glass. It does have a lip on it, but that doesn't matter to me. A lot of people will buy like a particular, you know, an actual block of glass to mix their foundation and things like that. But I see no need in that when you can go to Walmart or Target. I got it at Target, actually. Okay, I'm going to be doing two things today. First, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible in the shade 203, which is nude beige. It's a pretty light color, which is really good. I'm going to use that. And then I also have this strobing cream from MAC. It says a hydrant. So I'm going to mix a little bit of this in with the glowy, already glowy Pro Glow. So I'm just going to pour some of that in my plate. Just put some of that in the plate. And then what I'm going to do, I don't know if this needs to be shaken or not, but I want to try it, so I'm going to try it. I just want to put, oh, I stomped my toe in it, I do believe, guys. stumped my toe in it, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add that to that. Let that kind of just, you can see what I've done. I've just mixed it in. Now what I'm going to do, let me find maybe a brush that I don't often use. Let's try, I need something that's kind of small. Let me use this one. I'm gonna take it, I'm just gonna stir it up. I don't know how dewy it's going to make it. I don't know how it's gonna change the consistency of my foundation, but we're about to find out. I've been wanting to, you know, try that for a while. So let me I'm just gonna clean off the tip of my brush onto my beauty blender, just like that right there. Okay, so let me go in and grab some of it and go to the forehead and let's see what we're working with. I'm hoping it's going to give me a nice dewy look. I'm going for summery vibes here, so I hope that, and you know, it may be the dewiness or reflective properties in my makeup that's making it kind of flash back a little bit. Who knows? But I can't really tell much of a difference. And I put enough, I definitely put enough there. I always go down the center of my face first. And I stay away from my under eye. I'm getting ready to go to my son's baccalaureate tonight. And we have to go early to get seats. So that we can see what's going on. I cannot for the life of me find my camera. I'm having to film right now on my phone. Don't ask. I don't know. I really don't. Hey, Isabella. Izzy's raising up here to me. Oh, I'm feeling over. She's so sweet. See, it really just doesn't. Age spots do not want to hide. And, you know, I do have the Murad skin lightening. And I used it for a while, but then it got to where I think I was really just using it too often. I stopped using it and haven't gone back. I'm going to start using it on just that one spot, on that one area at night, just to see. It was burning my face so badly. I mean, this time last year is when I was really going ham on it. And it just, it was hurting. You know, it was making my face very tender. I can definitely see extra luminosity now, which is really cool. That's neat. So the strobing cream, I think you're really supposed to put it on as a primer, but I just wanted to kind of mix it in because I wanted to use the moisturizing primer. But I can see a great deal of glow in my skin. I don't know if you can see how glowy it is, but I like it a lot. And I'm going to try to stick with this glowy theme. I'm going to be using my edit palette again and setting with that. Now, I want to go down my neck. I don't want any lines showing. Don't forget your ears, and then right behind your ear even, but especially if you're wearing your hair up. And since I don't know what I'm going to do yet, I'm just going to be prepared. Okay, now then, let's put the beauty blender to the side. I'm going to wipe my hands off. Yes, I can see a glow. It's very nice. I like it a lot. Okay, well then let's just move on with things. Okay, I think what I want to do is my eyes next, and then I will come in with all of the other things that go, you know, like my under eyes and that sort of thing, and my face. Okay, so let's look at what I have pulled out. I have pulled out my Makeup Geek palette. You could call this my life palette. I have used this for so long, but yet hardly put a dent in any of these. So I really do love them. I'm going to go in with my NARS concealer, or eye primer. And we will get that taken care of. Just lightly rub that in until it starts feeling tacky. Once it starts feeling tacky, you know it's primed and ready. There's no need to rub hard. Don't ever rub your eye area, either your eyelid, around your brow bone, your inner eye, your outer eye, or under your eye, anywhere. Don't ever, ever, ever rub hard, because it will, you know, it will destroy that tissue, and it's very tender there. So you need to be really careful when you're doing that. Okay, so yeah, let's get in with the eyes. I'm pretty sure what I want to do, now that I'm looking at it, and I know that I'm wearing those pink pants, I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go in with my favorite all over brush. I'm just going to use my color switch real quick just to make sure that everything's cool there. It looks like there's dust all over. I just don't know. No. It's a duochrome. I'm so crazy. I had gotten some additional colors here in a BoxyCharm from Makeup Geek, and I just stuck them in this one because it was the only one it fit in. And so yeah, that's what I was doing. I don't know what I was thinking. I am going to go in with this one. It's called Vanilla Bean, and it's just a flat matte bone color. I am going to go into that and go all over my eye, just like I always would. I love Makeup Geek shadows. They are so good. They are just so good. I don't ever have a reaction to them. I don't ever have to worry about anything. When you're putting this base layer on, so to speak, if you feel anything tug at the brush, then you know you need to add additional product. That's just letting you know, that's the primer letting you know where it is. And when you first go in, you're going to feel a lot of tugging against your brush bristles, but as you begin to cover it with that initial layer of eyeshadow, it will begin to become, it'll get really smooth, and it'll change. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go in, this is Peach Smoothie, I believe. Let me make sure. They're so tight together that it's hard for me to pick them up without fingernails. Yes, this is Peach Smoothie. I thought that was Peach Smoothie. It's this one right here. It's this pale orange. I'm going to go in. This is one of the best transition colors that you can get. If you ever decide that you want to get some Makeup Geek, don't forget to pick up a Peach Smoothie for transition. It goes all over. It's wonderful. It's okay if it goes everywhere. I like that it goes everywhere because it gives you a very warm crease, and it's just a great, great color for transition. It did leave me with a lot of fallout though. Okay, so let me go in the other side. Absolutely love, love, love Peach Smoothie. So many people like it, and it's for good reason. It's a beautiful color to put as a transition. It's not too strong. Gives you just enough color and warmth. I hear Izzy. She's shaking. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a little bit more precise brush. I do like several different brushes from Morphe that's a little more precise, but this is the E28. Let me get some of this brown out of it with a color switch. I need to clean my brushes again badly. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go in with this color here. I don't even know the name of it. It's called Anarchy. It's just a really pretty mauvey pink color. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go in just on top of that Peach Smoothie, just a tiny bit below, a little bit more precise, so it's going to be closer to my actual crease than the Peach Smoothie. You see how pretty the peach smoothie starts to show the warmth when you put another color with it. It's a beautiful, beautiful way to blend. But if you're willing, you know, if you're going to take time to do it, you need to take time to do it right. It needs to be, you know, you need to be prepared for blending. I love that color. It's so pretty. Okay. Back in very close to my actual. And then I start kind of going around in circles as I kind of fan out just a bit and that sort of thing. Okay, I'm going to take this, it's a Luxie brush. I really don't even know what it's called. It just says eyeshadow blending brush. Looks like this. It's kind of small. It's stained. I'm going to go into this color right here, which is called Lucky Penny. It's kind of a pretty brown tone. I'm going to go into Lucky Penny. It's a really, really pretty color. But I'm going to go in very gently to the outer corner. I'm going to be going with a brown liner on my lash line, but I have a sort of a pearly pink that I want to use on my waterline. And I think that these colors will go well together. Just make sure if you have those hooded lids that you keep your head back and your eye partially opened until you're really, really good at it. Until you can feel your way without needing to see. But the thing about it is that it's really best if you do keep your eye open and you look and see where you're going at. Because sometimes you can be going further up than it feels like. So just keep your head back instead of straight. Keep your head back. And work that outer corner. Okay, I think that's all that I'm going to do for now. Let me get any fallout. I'll finish my eyes shortly. So I'm just going to kind of close this up and put it back here to the side so that I can finish the rest of my face, and we'll go in and work on the rest of the eyes. Before we go any further, chapstick is a must. This is key lime, if you can find it. It's very yummy. Very. It tastes good and smells good. Okay. I'm going to pull out my powders now, and my concealer, and my color correcting stick from Smashbox. It's the only one that I am going to use. If it's not broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying. Okay, I can put that away, and I just need to grab the one that I like to use to blend with, and we'll get this all blended out. Okay, everyone, I am ready to move into, I tell you what, yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do my under eyes, my concealer. I had left my Shape Tape in my basket to use, so I'll just use it again. I normally only do one side at a time, but instead of pushing it back down in there, I'll just work fast. I have a fan on me to keep me cool, but it also dries my makeup really fast, so I have to work quickly. I come down in that triangular shape when I'm bouncing, but I just don't put as much product. I mean, it's just amazing. Truly amazing. Oh my goodness, if getting my son graduated and into college doesn't kill me, I don't know what will. I am losing a lot of sleep, and I mean, it's already a bittersweet time. It's also a celebration, but trying to co-parent with your ex when you don't get along is very hard. And we are going, I mean, we're just having bouts of horrible. At one point, I just had him blocked because I just couldn't take it anymore. I mean, you know, a person can only take so much. I had reached that, you know, and it's sad because, you know, my son ends up getting caught in the middle. He tells me one thing, he tells his dad another. And, you know, it's just, he doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but he's getting to the point where he's so agitated that, oh, and I'm going in with my Hourglass Surreal Light Edit palette. I'm going to go in with just this more precise powder brush, and I'm going to start setting that foundation with the strobe cream. And this is a luminous powder also, so it will make a huge difference. But it's, you know, we parted on very difficult terms. We had been married 17 years. If you're new to my channel, I am divorced. I've been divorced for 6 years. Well, the end of July will be 6 years. He cheated, but we were both miserable. I mean, you know, but I never cheated on him. I'm not that kind of person. But there was a lot of anger. I'll take some of this and wipe that away. And there still is a lot of anger. We try to be civil for so long, but we still get into it from time to time. A lot of it is anger that we still hold. You know, I've tried to forgive him. He's just a very hard to forgive kind of person because he knows what my buttons are and he pushes them, even though, you know, and he talks bad about me to my son. And so finally last night, I just had to come apart with my son. I was just like, I cannot deal with him anymore. He is a piece of trash. I cannot handle it anymore. I just can't. You're going to have to tell him your college plans. You're going to have to tell him, you know, and of course, they are different from what my son wants to do, something different than what his dad wants him to do. My son is 18. My son would rather get student loans that pay for everything and go to school where he wants to without his dad's blessing. And sure enough, my ex did exactly what I expected of him. And I even told my son that he was going to do it. I said, he's going to do one of two things. He's going to threaten to take away your vehicle. I said, or he's going to say, if you choose to do something without me, then I won't give you a dime. He did the latter. He threatened him. He said that that's not where he needed to be. He needed to just stay home and go to school, be, you know, like just a transit student, so it's pretty much, you know, go to a local college here. And he told him that if he didn't, he wouldn't bless it and he wouldn't give him a dime. He said, and your mother doesn't have any money because she's too lazy. So my son read that to me. See, no one really knows the truth about my ex because I've kept my mouth shut. And I've done it because my son is in school and he played ball and I didn't want him to experience any embarrassment and those kinds of things. He's not going to be in school much longer. The world will know what kind of person my ex is. It will be known. I will not stay silent. And if I die, I'm going to haunt him. I am. I mean, I really do feel like I am. I mean, I just, he is the most evil of all people that I've ever known. I've never, ever, ever met anyone that will stoop as low. We're talking about somebody that got fired 6 months before our divorce was finalized, and he hasn't worked since. He cuts grass. He has a college degree. It stays after my son to get a job and to stop being lazy and those sorts of things. I'm still using this palette, by the way. I'm just using the bronzer and the blusher inside here. But yet, what kind of example is he setting? He's not, I mean, he's not using his college degree. He's not trying to get another job. He's cutting grass. And he didn't, for the first 4 years after our marriage, he didn't cut grass. He just lived off the money he swindled out of our account, our joint account. There are so many things that people don't know about him. And if there's anybody that does know us personally that's watching this, surprise! He's a piece of trash. And he cheated with someone that is almost exactly half his age. She didn't graduate from school until year before last. I'm in college. Much younger. Almost exactly half his age. He's 48. He's trash. He's not the person that I married. I'm just blending now. I don't know what to think about it other than I feel sorry for my son because he's not really had a father figure. He's just had a best friend, someone that treats him like a fraternity brother. He rides him about his grades. That's all. He rides him about his grades and he tries to tell him to get a job. Easy to say. Must be harder to do. He trashes me and bashes me to my son. To the point that my son believes a lot of things that he's told him. All I can do is pray and try to live right. That's all I can really do. You know, my son is my life. I would do anything for him that I needed to. Anything that I can do for him. But the one thing I can't do is change his daddy. Or change who his daddy is. Or the kind of person that he is. And he's trash. He is just white trash. He won't work. He won't get a job. He started a lawn care business. Everything is done in cash. And all he claims is minimum wage. He took me back to court because he didn't want to pay child support. That should tell you just about anything you need to know about him right there. A man that doesn't want to pay child support and take care of his son. Yeah, that should be just about all you need to know about him. Took me back to court. Got it reduced to less than half of what he was paying me because he was only claiming, and we couldn't prove anything because everything he does is in cash. So it's been bad, guys. It's been a long road, you know, but my son's about to graduate this coming week, or maybe graduating depending on when I upload this video. And I feel bad for him. He's, you know, he has such a poor, he just has such a poor example set for him. And, you know, I can only do so much. I try, but I mean, you know, he's my son. He's not my daughter. Moms and daughters, I'm going in with my champagne pop very lightly to continue with the glowy look. It's almost instant, isn't it? It's so pretty. I'm gonna have to blend it out just a little bit right there though, because it's a little heavy. I mean, it's blinding. Yeah, he pays me hardly anything. He has the money to go on vacations and, you know, every other week, or not, or choose not to work. But he's always going off with his girlfriend on vacations, and but yet he tells, you know, his son that he doesn't have money for things. You know, it's so very sad. Okay, I'm going to try and blend this just a little bit, because that is a little bit too hard right there above my brow. There. I do like to go over wherever I have put anything, just in case, you know, my hair is all in my face, just in case there's any fallout or those kinds of things. I have got such terrible red eyes. My allergies are so bad. I've been taking allergy pills and putting allergy drops in my eyes, and they're still so red. You see how red the inside of that eye is right there? Ugh. Itches like crazy. Okay, the next thing that I need to do is work on my liner and such. I am going to use this liner. I have a hand of nails and a hand of no nails. Yeah. The xoxo from let's see, it is yeah, it's from L'Oreal, but you can see my gray. It looks like my hair is thin, but it's not. It's just gray. It is in the color I can't read it. Lumiere. It's in the color Lumiere. It is a I don't know if you can see, but it is a sort of a pink pearl color. I'm gonna put that on the waterline to kind of liven up my eyes just a bit, because they're so red. Goodness. Okay. Oh. It gives them a pop of metallic. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I think, let me see. I think I'm going to go on the lash line now with the brown that I used in my last tutorial and smudge that out with a brown eyeshadow. So right below that, I'm going in with the brown. So I have pink on the waterline and brown below it. So yes, I slammed my ex big time in this, didn't I? But you know, I guess it's just because I'm so fed up. I've been waiting on my son to graduate for so long, so that it's, you know, when he goes away, whatever hits the fan, it's not his problem. It's the only way I know really to put it. Okay, I'm going to smudge it just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take this nice smudging brush that I have here, and I'm going to go into Lucky Penny, which is what I have in my outer corner. This one right here, and I'm going to put that on top. I guess I've finally gotten my voice. You know how that is sometimes? You've finally gotten your voice and you're tired and you've been keeping your mouth shut for a lot of years because you don't want anything to hurt your child, but yet at the same time, I'm going to go into this pale light pink color. It's a shimmer and it is called Shimma Shimma. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to go in with this fluffy angled brush and I'm going to put a bit of that on my brow bone. Just barely touch for now. Shimma Shimma is one of those that I would also say it's a must-have for Makeup Geek. It's a gorgeous color. And I do use this brush to kind of blend just a bit now. Okay, that did lighten up my waterline a good bit. Okay, and also by putting the shadow on top of the liner, what it does is it helps to kind of set it in so that when you, you know, if your eyes water like mine, especially right now with all of these allergies that I'm having, I mean, my eye looks terrible right now. But what it does, which is awesome, is that it, you know, it helps keep it there. And if your eyes tend to water like mine are doing me right now, then it helps keep it from running down underneath and you becoming raccoon eyes. Okay, I'm going to go in with the Benefit Gimme Brow now that I have finished my brow bone and lay these babies down in their spot. I should say. I just hate this brow, but you know, what can you do, guys? What can you do? Okay, let me curl these lashes. Okay, now that they are curled, I am going to move my fan down just a little bit. I'm going to go in now with my Better Than Sex waterproof mascara because I'm probably gonna cry. It's, you know, all these senior activities are just so, I'm so proud of him. He's come a long way. He really has. He's done good with what he was handed, you know. Anytime a child comes from a broken home, it tends to affect them, and he's done so well considering. He's always, you know, kept his grades up, and he's always, I mean, you know, he's graduating with honors, so of course I'm proud of him. That always does the best job. It holds the curl so well. I mean, it holds the curl. Try not to make a mess. Okay, guys, I am loving this e.l.f. brush that I got. What I'm going to do now is I am going to go ahead and set. I decided to go with my Urban Decay All-Nighter this time. It says to shake the Scandinavia, so and they make the Urban Decay, so I'm going to go ahead and set my face. Okay, I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to go in with my Kiehl's toner. Now, if you are new, you don't know about this Kiehl's toner, it has a product in it called, or an ingredient called squalene. I just put a couple of drops on the tip of my beauty blender, like that right there. You know, just kind of, you know, pat it in. The squalene, when I pat underneath my eyes, it just helps to take away any fine lines, wrinkles, or cakiness. And all I do is pat. It gets rid of crepiness under your eye immediately. And then I just take a small brush and I just brush up that way just a little bit in case it gets down, and that sort of thing. But other than that, the only thing I have left: lips, hair, jewelry, perfume, clothes. I'll be right back. Okay guys, hair has been pulled up in the front, so it's half up. It's nice and curled. I've got lots of curls going on. It's time for lip liner. I'm going to just use my Too Faced that I used the last time. Okay. I'm in a hurry. Okay, I'm using, this is Beloved by Kat Von D. Beloved. It's a pretty coral color. I think it'll look good with the white blouse and the hot pink pants. It's just a pretty coral, pinky coral color. Pretty color. Not as bright and as intense as the others, but this occasion is not that, you know? So this is the final look, guys. I hope that you enjoyed watching. I've been trying to knock out as many beauty tutorials and talkative things as I possibly can for you guys, because I'm trying to get back into putting my face on my channel. It's been a long time that I've consistently uploaded beauty videos. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button down there. If you're new to the family, or I hope that you're going to be new to the family, by hitting the subscribe button so that you will know when I upload. If you don't want to lose me out in YouTube land, be sure and also hit that notification bell, because sometimes you can get unsubscribed, and you know, I know that that's been a big deal, but it actually has happened to a couple of people. So yeah, hit the subscribe button and join my YouTube family. I would love to have you guys. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you enjoyed listening to me rattle along as I got ready, and that's going to be it. I hope you all have a great rest of the week and weekend, and I will talk to you later. Bye.